Today, now going about chapter number 1, reproduction in lower and higher plants. Hello students, we are learning about this chapter vegetative. Last lectures we have also seen in vegetative propagations, in natural methods of the vegetative propagations. In this last lectures also seen in a root, stem, leaf, bulbil. It is the naturally develop the vegetative reproductions. And these lectures will be seen in a artificial vegetative propagations or artificial methods like cutting, layering, grafting, approach grafting. It is the part of the graftings, micropropagations, tissue culture techniques, also known as it is the artificial vegetative propagations. Then next, artificials method. Artificials methods propagation is used by gardeners or horticulturists for quick productions of the new plants, also for combining good quality of two different variety. This artificial technique, it is the man-made technique. In different type of the artificial methods of the vegetative propagations. First, it is the cutting. Cutting means a small piece of vegetative part of the plants having one or more buds are used in for propagations. It is called as the propagations. Any piece of the plant, vegetative part of the plants, they are develop their new offsprings. This process are called as the cutting. For example, root cutting, stem cutting, leaf cutting. In definitions, small piece of any vegetative part of the plant, any vegetative part, root, stem, leaf, having one or more bud is used for propagations. For example, root cutting. Example, apple plants, tamarindos, lemon, sweet potato. So, in stem cutting, sugarcane, rose, China rose, duranta. It is the example of the stem cutting. Leaf cutting, bryophyllums, they get developed to produce the new springs. Peperomia, it is the example of the leaf cuttings. Okay, then second example, second type, it is the grafting. It is the second steps are also grafting. Grafting means is an art of joining part of two plants together in such a manner that they unite and continue their growth as a one plant. It is called as the grafting. Means two different plants are joined together in such a manner and continue growth as a one plant. It is called as the grafting. This method, it is also artificial method. It is man-made techniques. In this method, the part of stem containing more than one bud, it is also known as the scion. This scions develop one buds or more buds. Is joined to the onto rooted plants called as the stalk is called as the grafting. Means in this technique, grafting techniques, two terms are very important. First, it is the scion, and second, it is the stalk. Two different plants, they get joined to each other and produce the one plants. Two different species are crossed. One scion bird are insert the rooted plant. These rooted plants also known as the stalk. Example, mango plants like this diagram. Upper side, it is this upper side. These portions are called as the scion. And these rooted part of the plants, these lower portions are called as the stalk. And scion are insert the stalk like this and develop the new variety of the plants. Two different species, stalk and scion, are joined to each other and produce the new variety. It is also called as the grafting. Okay, understood? Now, see in a next slides. Methods of the grafting. First, it is the tongue grafting. Tongue grafting means it is different methods are present in a grafting technique. First, it is the tongue grafting. Diameter of the stalk and scion is same, but zigzag cuts are made in scion and stalk because these zigzag cuts are fixed to each other, scion and stalks. And they may be fixed to each other and develop the new plants like these diagrams, upper sides. It is the zigzag cut sections, maybe scion and stalk. These methods are called as the tongue graftings. Okay. Then second, wedge grafting. The diameter of the stalk and scion is like same, but the scion is cut like solid V shape. This portion, this lower side of the diagrams, it is this. Scions are cut the solid V shape. These are like this solid V shape. And stalk is given also cut hollow V shape like this. Lower sides, hollow V shapes are cut. This portion, it is also known as stalk, and this is the upper side, it is the scion. And they are fixed to each other and develop the new plants. These technique, these methods are called as the wedge graftings. Okay, like these diagrams. It is the scion, lower sides, it is the stalk, and this is the upper side. Scion, it is cut solid V shape, and stalk, it is the hollow V shape, and they are fixed like this. But it is the birds are also present and develop the new plants, new variety. It is called as the wedge graftings. Okay. Then next methods, it is also called as the crown graftings. Crown grafting means The diameter of the stalk is larger than scion. Stalk diameter is larger than the scion, and more than one scions are grafted on single stalk. These methods are called as the crown grafting. Like this diagram. These lower sides, stalk, it is the very large in size. It is the stalk. This is the stalk, and this it is the scion. The scions, one or more scions are grafted at the upper side of the stalk. These techniques are called as the wedge grafting. And these upper side scions are different variety of the plants. Same variety or different variety of the scions are grafted at the one times. This technique is called as the wedge graftings. Okay. Then next it is the approach grafting. Approach graftings, both stalks and scions are attached to their own root systems. Like this. It is the two different species. They are attached and own root systems, but develop only one plant. These techniques are called as the approach graftings. Like these diagrams. It is the two plant species, but joined to each other and develop the one plant species. It is called as the approach graftings. Okay. It is the methods of the grafting: trunk grafting, wedge grafting, crown graftings, and approach graftings. Okay. Now see in thirds, budding. Third artificial method of vegetative reproductions. Budding, it is also called as the bird graftings, in which only one bird is joined on a stalk. Only one bird, like these diagrams. It is also called as the budding. This is the plant species. They are cut on T-shape. These birds are cut and they are shifted into the next species like T-shape formations. And the birds are inserted in this T-shaped cut. The bird has been developed. These birds also fix into the T-cut. And the birds have developed these T-shaped cuts, and only birds are inserted the next plants, next variety of the plants. These methods are called as the budding. Okay. Then next, a single bud with small portion of the bark is used on a scion. Example, apple, rose, and pears also use this technique, budding. It is the third technique, artificial technique method. Okay, tissue culture technique. Tissue cultures, it is the method by which the small amount of the plant tissue carefully grown to give many plantlets. A single cell of the plant, they develop the whole plants. It is also called as the tissue culture technique. For these tissue cultures, micropropagations is used, mostly used. Only one cells, any part of the plants, they get develop the whole plants. It is also artificial technique, like this diagram. A single cells of the plants, they grows artificial medium. They shoot system and root system and develop whole plants. These techniques are called as the tissue culture technique. The next, layering. Layering, it is the last artificial method. In layering, the stem is made to roots when it is still attached to the mother plants. Stems are made to roots, develop the roots, and it is still attached to the mother plants. In this method, branches are very soft, basal. These branches capable of the bending is defoliated and slightly injured and pugged in the soils. Injured portions are treated with the oxime. They get stimulate the formations of the root systems. The branch are developed. The roots, it is also called as the layers. It is not separate from the mother plant. It is attached to the mother plant and they develop the root system. They get separate to produce the new plant species. It is also called as the layering. Then methods of the layerings. Two types of the layering. First, it is the soil layering and second, it is the air layerings. Soil layerings, it is the common methods. In this layering, soft basals, partially injured branch is pugged at the one place. Mostly example, jasmine, cherry, grapevines, it is also used this technique like this example. It is the upper side. It is the simple layers. It is the branch. They get bends down and develop they get cut to the mother plant, these portions. And they develop the new species, new offsprings of the plants. These techniques are called as the soil layerings. In these methods, also produce. They cut the branch, formation of roots, and produce the new individuals or new offspring. It is the soil layerings. Okay. Then next, air layering. It is also known as the gutti. During these rainy seasons, about 3 to 5 centimeters long rings of the bark of healthy plants and woody branch is also removed. 3 to 5 centimeters only. Ring of the barks of healthy and woody branch are also removed 3 to 5 centimeters. And it is covered by thick plaster of the grafting clay with small quantity of the roots, promoting hormones and wrap up with straw or rug in polythene upper layers. Next, after 2 to 3 months, roots appears the branch and shoot it is removed and they get develop the new plants. It is also called as the air layerings. Example, mostly use lychee, guava, orange, lemon, pomegranates, and bougainvillea species are also involved, like these diagrams. This is the branch. Sorry, they cut 2 to 3 centimeter these portions, and they may be plaster of grafting lanes. Soil is formation. Also, then add root growth hormones, and they get binding the polythenes. After 2 to 3 months, they develop the root system and they get cut the branches and develop the new plant species. It is a very fast method than sexual reproductions, because sexual reproduction, it is very slow process, but the artificial vegetative reproduction, it is very fast method. Okay, then now see again. First, it is the artificial methods. Artificial methods means the method propagation used only by gardeners, horticulturists. Formations of the new plants, also combining good quality of the two different variety. These techniques are called as the artificial method. Different type of the artificial methods of vegetative propagations. First, cutting. Small piece of the any vegetative part of the plant body having one or more bud, they use the propagations. Example, root cutting, stem cutting, and leaf cuttings. Then grafting. In this method, stem containing one scion and rooted plants, it is also called as the stalk. They are joined to each other and develop the technique. In this process are called as the grafting. Graftings, method of the grafting, tongue grafting, wedge grafting, crown graftings, and approach graftings is different methods of the graftings. Then budding. Only birds are insert the stalk and develop the new species of the plant. It is also called as the budding. It is the also man-made technique. And last, it is second last, it is the tissue culture. Oh, single cell to produce the whole plants on artificial medium. It is called as the tissue cultures. And last, it is the layering. The stem, it is still attached to the mother plants and developed at the roots. They may remove the mother plants to produce the new offsprings. In layering, two methods are also involved: soil layerings and air layerings. Like this. The air layerings, it is also known as the goatee. Okay, these diagrams. Okay, now this is the part of the artificial vegetative reproductions. It is the man-made technique. Now, then next will be study in next lectures, next video are sexual reproduction in flowering plants. Now, then stop here. Okay.